And breaking news coming in, Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Jaya Jayalalithaa has joined the chorus to slam Narendra Modi's invitation to Sri Lankan President Mahinda Rajapaksa for the swearing-in ceremony on the 26th of May. Jaya has said that it was not necessary to invite Mahinda Rajapaksa. Premvada is joining us. Premvada, is it, as far as Jayalalithaa is concerned, is this just going to be restricted to her not attending the swearing-in ceremony, which will be seen as, a customary saying no to not being there, or would this perhaps extend to more than that, perhaps a protest on the ground?
Well, Maruk, at least at this point of time, Jayalalithaa wants to share a cordial relation with Narendra Modi. She doesn't want to extend it beyond attending the swearing-in ceremony. That's what my sources are telling me. The press statement, 3-page press statement, also very clearly states why Mahinda Rajapaksa should not be invited to India, considering the sentiments are high, because there are protests planned here in Tamil Nadu on 26th when the swearing-in ceremony happens, and when Mahinda Rajapaksa comes, he is not being seen as a friend of the country because so many were killed, and the attack on Indian fishermen continues to happen by the Sri Lankan Navy. So she has listed out all these pointers. She's listed out all these reasons why Mahinda Rajapaksa should not come in for the swearing-in ceremony. She indeed expresses her anger. We know that all the political parties in Tamil Nadu are united, at least in this front, when it comes to Tamil sentiments.
And despite cordial relations with Modi, Jayalalithaa, riding her own big wave in the state, is also unlikely to fly down to Delhi for the swearing-in. Both leaders know fully well that with Tamil Nadu Assembly elections up in 2 years, care has to be taken. The current situation is unique for Narendra Modi. He will need to find a way to balance out the invitation to the Lankan President. Ironically, this puts him in a similar position to his predecessor, Dr. Manmohan Singh. We have Aditi Anand Narayanan, who is joining us from the capital. Lalitha Kumaramangalam, who is a BJP leader, is with me here in the Noida studio. Let me start with you, Lalitha Kumaramangalam. Now it is Jayalalithaa also joining the pack. She is saying that the Sri Lankan president should not have been invited. How is the BJP looking at this?
See, there are two aspects to this. One is that the Sri Lankan issue is an extremely emotional issue for the Tamilians, which is why you will find that across the board, all parties are on the same, on this particular issue, they have the same opinion if they are speaking from Tamil Nadu. Insofar as Mr. Modi is concerned, his dilemma probably is that he is the Prime Minister of India. He has taken a very firm stand, and I think a very generous and open stand towards this initiative that he has taken, where he's invited the leaders of all SAARC countries. It's impossible to invite only one or two, or not, leave out one country. For the Tamilians, one has to actually sympathize with them, because it is true that there was a genocide in Sri Lanka.
But Ms. Kumaramangalam, in the past, the BJP has criticized time and again the UPA, especially on the issues of the Tamil fishermen, and has said that the UPA has been extremely uncaring towards what has been happening in Tamil Nadu. You go ahead and invite the president of Sri Lanka. Your own allies are upset with you.
Yes, absolutely.
How do you explain that?
See,
are you
that's
going to
what
stop
I'm trying
him from
to say.
coming?
No, we are not, because we cannot make exceptions amongst leaders of all the SAARC countries. When you've invited one, you have to invite them all. It is true that this is not going to make
Did you expect this kind of demand to come from Vaiko and even Jayalalithaa?
Oh, absolutely. Vaiko has always been very firm or very strident in his opposition to the Sri Lankan Prime Minister.
So you were willing to take on this criticism coming from your own allies. You went ahead with the decision despite knowing that there would be criticism from your own allies, right?
Yes, we went ahead with this decision because we understood that a distinction has to be made between policy that is going to be implemented at the center and what is going to be pushed in the state, especially because elections are coming along in 2 years' time.
What you were when you were in the opposition and the UPA was in power.
Not at all. When we were in the opposition,
for the very same reason.
When we were in the opposition, we criticized the UPA because they did not they actually went ahead in the United Nations and agreed to sort of almost step aside and not even criticize Mahinda Rajapaksa.
But you're going ahead and inviting them for the swearing in.
You could have easily avoided that. Invited all the leaders of the SAARC countries, including Sri Lanka.
You could have easily avoided the invite, Ms. Kumara.
No, we could not have. How can you say that I'm inviting some of the SAARC leaders, but a country leaders of the SAARC countries,
you've
but not
always
one
believed
the other.
that the centre in New Delhi should take a tough stand, and that should start from the very beginning.
The centre in New Delhi has already made it clear that we are inviting them because it is a gesture of goodwill from the side of what is going to be an extremely firm and a very strong
even if
government.
it is at the cost of upsetting your allies, which you've made very clear that we knew that they're going to get upset, but it's fine.
Because they don't understand that this does not mean that we are going to join hands with Rajapaksa.
They don't understand that. They're saying that somebody who has been responsible for the genocide of lakhs of
Tamil Nadu, people look at it.
No, but they are saying that this is the man who's responsible for the genocide of Tamilians.
Yes, and India.
And why should we rub shoulders with the same person?
Up to now, the UPA government has always stopped short of actually condemning Rajapaksa.
You are inviting him.
We have invited him only for the swearing in of what is an official ceremony. We have not started any. We are not initiating talks with Sri Lanka on this.
Okay, let me bring in senior journalist S. Murari also, who's joining us from the Chennai studio.
But the
Mr. Murari,
Mr. Modi doesn't really have a choice. He can't tell Rajapaksa, you don't come to Delhi, but I'm calling everybody else.
You're doing exactly what the UPA done, but you're saying because we're doing it, it's all fine. Mr. Murari, let me ask you.
No, not at all. I think you're
as far as the BJP is concerned,
but that's not it at all.
As far as the BJP is concerned, they're saying that this is protocol. We had to invite all the SAARC leaders. But can Jayalalithaa, by not coming in for the swearing-in ceremony, afford to snub Narendra Modi in that sense? And the other allies also, Vaiko, who's saying that I won't come in for the swearing-in.
Before that, I want to correct you. Genocide is a very specific meaning under the Union Charter. What happened in Sri Lanka was a civil war, maybe unacceptably high level of civilian casualties during the closing stages of the war.
When he spoke to
you
us,
said that
during
repeatedly. You said that. No, you repeated. They are all votaries of LTT. They may say that. So let me go on. Let me go on, please.
Sure.
Unlike the other Tamil parties here, which have a vested interest in Sri Lanka, BJP has always taken a different position on this. In fact, Sushma Swaraj met Mahinda Rajapaksa twice in the last 5 years after the end of the war. And they have a different perspective of the whole issue. See it more as a religious, supremacy between Buddhists and Tamils, Hindus, and rather than ethnic conflict there. Maybe they are entitled to their view. I'm not talking about that. Secondly, this is an invitation to all the SAARC countries. There is no need to make an exception in the case of Rajapaksa. Third point is, India, not Manmohan Singh or Modi, is a party to a resolution passed at the Geneva Convention Council calling for action against Sri Lankan government on human rights violation. If they don't take credible action by March next, Narendra Pillai will recommend international probe. They are under pressure. So this will continue. We have to engage with Rajapaksa to see that a credible action is taken, and nothing wrong in calling him. And as far as Rajapaksa is concerned,
Mr. Murari, I'm asking you about how it is going to impact the Tamil parties. I've understood the points that you raised.
No, they have always been crying hoarse about this. This is not anything new. This is not anything new. Since 91, Sri Lanka has never been an issue here, and the Tamil parties have always make a big noise. Right from 2009, they are talking about genocide, mass killing, lakhs have been killed. The way they have been going about it, it looks as if there is no Tamil population at all in Sri Lanka. This is all hype. We all know that. So let us ignore that. As far as Jayalalithaa is concerned, she sponsored a resolution in the assembly calling for investigation into war crimes against Rajapaksa and economic sanctions. Nothing has been done about it. As far as human rights violation is concerned, UN has taken a balanced view. Both LTT and the Sri Lankan government are responsible for that towards the closing stages. An investigation should be done, and Narendra Pillai has already gone into that. And
Mr. Murari,
nothing has been done in the last 5 years.
So I'm asking you, yes, it is political rhetoric, it is political grandstanding by the Tamil parties, but can Jayalalithaa and Vaiko afford to snub Narendra Modi by not coming in for the swearing-in ceremony? I'm asking you a specific question vis-a-vis Tamil politics.
Please listen. This is Tamil Nadu. There is no wave here. Unlike there is no wave in Kerala, there is no wave in West Bengal, there is no wave in Tamil Nadu. BJP is not a factor here, and the so-called Grand Islands they have, they are all zero. Except for BJP, others don't mount anything. Lalita Kambara very well knows that. So they may make noises. In fact, as far as Vaiko is concerned, he has always been pro-LTT, pro-Prabhakaran. It's not anything new. So they may make noises for the sake of their own vote bank politics. As they say about appeasement of Muslims, they that appeasement of Sri Lankan Tamils.
That's the point that I wanted from you. That's what I wanted to understand from you, Mr. Murari.
Sorry?
That's the point that I wanted to understand from you, the fact that as far as Tamil parties is concerned, this is grandstanding because they're catering to a domestic constituency.
Yes, exactly. That is exactly the point. And it will not mount anything because as far as Jayalalithaa is concerned, she is moving towards the federal front. Because now that Congress has failed to become win the opposition status, she and Mamata joined together with Navya Patnaik and form a third bloc. Whether they get recognition or not, that is the way moving this direction. So whether she goes for a swearing or not, her personal equation with Modi is entirely different. So this is the way she is going. She may have excellent equation, but the political differences can still remain. So these two are not unconnected. Others don't matter at all. Even DMK is very subdued in his reaction to inviting Rajapaksa.
Interesting.
Rajapaksa definitely will take advantage of the invitation to isolate Tamil Nadu politicians.
It's the national picture which doesn't matter at this point for Tamil parties. It is this issue which has been used as far as political rhetoric goes for the Tamilian parties. Aditi Anand Narayanan has been following Vaiko as he's in the capital. Aditi, is he planning not to attend the swearing-in ceremony, perhaps to get some, some support back in Tamil Nadu? Is that the sense that you're getting from Vaiko?
In fact, Maruk, all the allies down south of the Bharatiya Janata Party are a little rattled by the decision that has been taken by Narendra Modi to invite the Sri Lankan President for the swearing-in ceremony. In fact, we have been listening to Vaiko since morning, where he has said that he did not like the move that has been made by Narendra Modi. And at this point of time, Maruk, Narendra Modi needs to portray himself as a global leader. However, he does not want to miss any of its allies. In fact, what we are learning is Narendra Modi has just arrived in the national capital. There will be talks which will go on over the next 2 or 3 days, because the swearing-in ceremony is only on Monday. So there will be BJP leaders who will be talking to its allies down south and trying to convince them and to show them the larger picture that at this point of time, Narendra Modi wants to build close relationships with all the neighboring countries, and that is the prime reason why Narendra Modi could not afford to let just the Sri Lankan President out of the swearing-in ceremony. So yes, a lot of talks will take place over the next few days, and it will be interesting to see whether the allies or the southern allies of the BJP will they fall in line or not, Maruk.
But it's clearly state over the centre or any national ambitions as far as Jayalalithaa is concerned. She's looking at a federal front, and clearly she needs to make a statement as far as the Tamil cause is concerned. S. Murari, Lalitha Kumaramangalam of the BJP, Aditi Anand Narayanan and Priyamvada. Thanks so much for joining us.